Welcome back to the SF Crow's Nest Future Focus podcast, where we discuss the latest and greatest in the world of science fiction, technology, and everything in between. I'm your host, Sam, and today we're going to dive into the realm of pseudoscience and exaggerated claims to explore the fantastical idea of the EM Drive. Buckle up, dear listeners, because we're about to embark on a wild ride through the land of impossibilities. So what exactly is the EM Drive, you ask? Also known as the latest impossible drive. The EM Drive is a concept for a spacecraft propulsion system that surfaced in 2001. It's purported to generate thrust by reflecting microwaves inside the device, in a way that would defy the law of conservation of momentum and other laws of physics. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's because it probably is. Over the years, various prototypes of the EM Drive have been constructed and tested in an attempt to bring this marvel to life. In 2016, Harold White's group at NASA observed a small apparent thrust from one such test. However, subsequent studies suggested that this was just a measurement error caused by thermal gradients. Oops! In 2021, Martin Tajmar's group at the Dresden University of Technology replicated White's test, observing apparent thrusts similar to those measured by the NASA team. Then they made them disappear again when measured using point suspension. It's like watching a magic show. No other published experiment has measured apparent thrust greater than the experiment's margin of error. Tajmar's group published 3 papers in 2021, claiming that all published results showing thrust had been false positives, explaining each by outside forces. Their conclusion: our measurements refute all EM Drive claims by at least 3 orders of magnitude. To put it simply, the EM Drive is the scientific equivalent of chasing unicorns. The first design of this resonant cavity thruster was by Robert Scheuer in 2001, who called it an EM Drive. Guido Fetta later built a canny drive, using a pillbox-shaped cavity, based in part on Scheuer's concept. Since then, various researchers have tried their hand at building their own prototypes, hoping to reproduce the results claimed by Scheuer and Fetta. They experienced the same outcome, a roller coaster of claims and debunking. In the world of pseudoscience, the EM Drive stands tall, defying the laws of physics and making us chuckle. Despite numerous attempts to prove its validity, the EM Drive remains a scientific myth, a tantalizing enigma that continues to tickle our curiosity. So the next time you hear someone claiming the EM Drive is a reality, don't forget to grab your popcorn and enjoy the show, because the EM Drive is a never-ending tale of wonder, skepticism, and a good dose of humor. That's it for today's episode of the SF Crow's Nest Future Focus podcast. Thank you for joining me on this entertaining journey through the world of the EM Drive. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Until next time, keep exploring the impossible and stay curious, my friends.